Today I learned a valuable lesson. You can't play every game with all your viewers. You see, I was playing League of Legends dropping a KD that looked like Angel Reese's scoring stats, except worse because you can't actually rebound in League of Legends, so I can't even pretend like I'm actually contributing to the team. But then I had a viewer join, and they asked me if I wanted to play.
You want to play with me sometime? Yeah, we could play some.
Now, I am what you call a baby streamer, and truthfully, I only get between like 2 and 4 viewers on average. Currently. That number's gonna go up. Okay, way up. It's gonna go up. It's gonna go way, way up. We're gonna see numbers that you've never seen before. You're gonna wonder, wow, how did this guy get so big? How did he guy get so huge? I mean, he's totally massive. He's so massive, I don't think I could even take him. Alright, and I think he's so massive, he's gonna stretch me out. Okay, alright, hold on, I'm dragging it, okay? But anyways, I'll admit, I was a little excited to play with this random because it's an opportunity to turn a random viewer into a long-term viewer in my eyes. Big mistake. You see, I fucked up big time being thirsty for a viewer. I had no idea what I was allowing into my stream. A truly regrettable mistake that I shan't repeat twice, for I don't believe I could survive another interaction like this with a slimy, vile viewer like this one. Now, you may be wondering, what horrific crime he committed? Did he spew slurs in my chat? Did he end up sending me a link that I shouldn't have opened on stream? Did this make me download a virus? Well, no. He did one of those things. Something far, far worse. Something that you can never allow someone to do again. He made my stream awkward. Now, I'm referring to a first-time chatter slash viewer in general named Chimp Dale. He asked me if I wanted to play, and I said, of course we can play. All right, I'm 100% down to play because playing League of Legends alone, for a lot of people that already play League of Legends, you know this, it's fucking miserable. It sucks, it's boring, and when you're a new player, you have no idea what's going on. You have no idea how you're dying. You have no idea how you're not doing damage. You have no idea what's going on in the game. So I asked this guy, or at least I informed him immediately, hey, I'm a new player. I have no idea what's going on in this game. If you are an experienced player, I would appreciate the advice.
You're gonna have to like bear with me because again, like this is just, if you play a lot, then you know I'd appreciate some advice.
Now, of course, he's not obligated to teach me. He's not obligated to be my coach. In fact, just because we play a game together, he's not obligated to actually even talk to me. But because he went and started to say voice chat, add me, let's play together, essentially, continuing to insist, especially even after seeing me go fucking negative the way I did. And for me, obviously, like, I was pretty salty, so I was already saying like 20 times, like, dude, what the fuck is going on? I don't know what's going on. All right, I'm playing a MOBA that a lot of people play on, and a MOBA that a lot of people smurf in. So people are doing tricks and combos that I don't know what I'm up against, you know, and they obviously have more matchup experience than I do. So I'm going to be asking questions as a new player. I actually don't know what I should start on this character. Let's do the blade, right? Short blade. Good start.
I don't know.
Am I supposed to use this W on me? All right. What the fuck does this W do?
Let us throw rocks at them and laugh.
Is it a jump? So my W, it said to start with my W, but my W, it's like a jump. I don't think it actually does anything. And then I get my Q.
You're playing one of the hardest champs in the game.
Am I actually? I'm wondering why I'm like not figuring this shit out. That would make sense. So how do I get the fucking Christ, dude? Do I have to spam the W to get the jump? Yeah, this W is actually really fucking confusing. So do you know how I get the W? Because sometimes like I'm really spamming it and it's not going off. Do I have to wait for a certain condition to be met?
She seems to hit hard though. Like if I could actually get in on this, I think Lux is a bad matchup though for me, right?
So that was just a few questions that I had already asked within the first 6 minutes. Mainly just trying to figure out how that jump works. And that was what was a character that was my first time ever playing her. And as he stated himself, is one of the hardest characters. Like, I don't know. You can call me crazy all you want. But if you're already saying that I'm on one of the hardest characters and you know that I am brand new to the game, I think that when you see me lock in this character, you would expect me to ask you something about her, or at least expect me not to know what I'm doing on her, right? Well, for Chimp, this had become far too much for him to handle. In fact, he actually, for most of the game, just decided to go mute. And so when I did ask him questions or if anything happened, there were these really long pauses of silence. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna show you one of them. And I'm not gonna edit it at all. I'm gonna let you guys sit through what I sat through. So yeah, enjoy.
Yeah, nah, that is a crazy. I'm not expecting her root to hit me ever.
An enemy has been slain.
We should throw a feast for me. But we'll need something to celebrate. I know. Let us crush the enemy.
So yeah, as you guys probably have noticed right above my head, somewhere around here, there, like 5-10 seconds ago, he is in the Discord still. All right, he didn't leave, he didn't lag out, and since I have the overlay on, it would actually show if he muted himself. He didn't even mute himself. He just went mute in real life. Like, he just says nothing for the entire time that we were playing. And it got to the point where I was like, God damn, this shit is getting awkward, because I talked more to my chat when I was playing by myself. But when, for some reason, when you have someone in the Discord and they just go mute and you can tell that, like, they're not having a good time and you're not having a good time, shit just gets mad awkward. And then that's when it led up to, like, the actual, like, worst part of playing in the game with him, which just completely ruined every, like, chance of this being a good time playing together.
Nice. Good job. Look at that fucking Groot. Groot's running for me. Do they, is that an active when they get the shield?
Yeah, the silence continued for like a whole minute. I just didn't want to put you guys through that awkwardness again.
I'm not really here to like teach you how to play. I'm just trying to chill, bro.
I mean, you haven't really done it anyways, you know? That's all good.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna ask questions. You don't gotta really worry. Nah.
There's like people that teach, but you have to pay money.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever pay anyone to teach me how to, like, to
Yeah.
teach me how to play this game.
But it's not fun to teach, so like that's why don't want to do it.
Shut down.
Uh-huh.
No offense.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Type shit.
Congratulations, you have made it to the peak of awkwardness in this stream. In fact, we are actually like at the fucking epitome, okay? The climax. We started down here. I should put this more like this because it was kind of awkward. We started down here and we got here, and then once he started saying that shit, we just skyrocket 90 degrees into the fucking air. And yeah, like, it was so bad that we went 3 whole minutes not talking to each other. Do you know how awkward that is to play a game you don't play with someone you've never met before, and now you're playing this game for 3 minutes without talking to each other? And it's like, dog, he brought up how you know people usually pay for teaching and how it's not fun to teach and all this other stuff. Dog, first off, I'm not paying you shit. I wouldn't give you a fucking penny. Second off, you got into a lobby. You asked to play with someone that had already stated they're a noob and they never played this game. How did we get to the point where it's like, oh, you know, people usually pay for teaching. I'm not really here to teach you. What the fuck are you here for? What the fuck am I here for even? This makes no sense. He wasn't even talking about like anything. All right. Again, we went 3 minutes from this point on in silence. Dog, at that point, all I could think about was my chat and how bad my like 2 viewers were experiencing this shit.
All right, chat. I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm in like a higher level lobby. And ever since this guy said he doesn't want to teach or anything like that, I kind of just felt like being quiet. So yeah, we're just trying to figure it out, chat. We're just gonna have to try and figure it out some way, somehow. We getting active on this?
Holy shit.
Oh, that's where FF came. Alright, GG's.
Might be. Oh, they already said yes. Okay.
GG's, man.
All right, GG's.
You.
Oh my god. I don't know what that was, chat. Like he didn't want to talk at all. It seemed like he got mad that I was playing bad. Like I did tell him I'm new. And then he said he didn't want to teach me, bro. You could at least talk. Could at least talk about anything, bro. I think I should unfriend him too. Like I think it's just gonna be awkward. I don't know. I don't even know how to unfriend in this game. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. That was just very awkward, man. I couldn't if you're still in the chat, Chimp, you didn't have to teach me, but you could have at least talked. Cause that's you kind of ruined it for me, buddy. Not gonna lie to you.
All right, so that was the match, and for most of you guys, you probably think the video is over, or like, yeah, that was awkward, but it wasn't that bad. Like, you know, what part of this video is about like him being a weird person, or this being like one of the worst things that could have ever happened in the match, right? Well, it's what happens after, as along with what happened in this match. You see, because I said Chip made it awkward, that actually pissed him off, and he couldn't handle that. So he needed me to have what he said, accountability for my actions, and I needed to admit that it was my fault and that I was the one that made everything awkward. And for some reason, he also brings in a lot that New York City is a shithole. But he used to live in New York City, and then he said he left. So I had to, you know, poke a little fun at him. I had to make it seem like we kicked him out. You know, he ain't welcome to New York, you little fucking weirdo. But yeah, here's the continuation. I'm gonna call this the accountability chapter.
He was getting irritated because I'm asking you league questions. That makes no sense, Chip. That's what I'm saying, bro. You're getting irritated because I'm asking you league questions, bro. You asked someone that doesn't know how to play the game, and I told you I don't know how to play the game. To not ask you questions, I don't know what's going on. You're not playing to teach me? Yeah, sure. So But when you play with a new player, do you expect me to just sit there and not ask any questions about what's going on? Like, and at that point, when you said you're not there to teach, like, all right, at least say something else afterwards. You kind of just went mute on me, brother. Like, that shit was awkward. You know? I ain't mad about it. I just, you kind of fucked the vibes, but, what can we do? Well, you was irritated? I mean, you keep saying you was irritated, and I get that, man. I get that. It's just, I gotta talk, right? I gotta talk. Plus, I'm streaming. So I gotta talk as well. To be fair, all right. Next, if I ever do play, which I probably won't. I won't play with you again. But if I ever do play with you again, I'll just mute. I'll just mute myself, and we could just be in the lobby. Take accountability for what? Being a new player and asking you what's going on.
It is a travesty to not be careful.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Chimp, that doesn't make sense, dude. Not gonna lie to you, Chimp. Telling me to take accountability when all I did was ask you a couple league questions. What, did you want me to give you $5 every time I asked a question? Don't act like I didn't cause it to be awkward. Bro, I was the one talking and you wasn't. Then when you did talk, you said don't ask you questions. I don't know what to talk to you about. The victim is weird?
Minions has spawned.
The victim is weird, bro? That's that. Alright, bro. Where's the victim? Explain the victim, Chimp. Explain what part of it was victim. Saying that you killed the vibe? Bro, you killed the vibe, bro.
I am the shaper of land.
Give me that water element.
Nobody.
Oh, I wanted to hit that one. Bro, hit that one. Oh, and I lost both of them. Okay, you're acting like... I'm acting like you're the cause of everything, LOL. Can you just play in peace? You ever heard of if you have nothing good to say, don't say anything at all? I don't know, bro. I think saying like what... Like, is this a good, like, I think this is a bad matchup and shit like that. Like, I think that's pretty good to say, right? And then if you just say, like, anything there, I think that we'd be having some pretty good comms. I didn't mean to dash. Yeah! Woo!
An ally has been slain.
Look at that, Chimp. No! Fuck. Okay, so anyways, if you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything at all. That is hilarious, bro. Anything good, bro. You can say anything, bro. Like we're playing a video game. What do you want me to do? You want me to just wait until I tell you something about what? What am I supposed to tell you as a new player that wouldn't irritate you? A new player in the game, what kind of comms are you expecting? Because I told you I was new, right? Wait, New York City act like me and that's why you don't... Nah, you're not that ass. You're not real, Chimp. You're not a real person, bro. You're actually like insane. I don't know what fucking part of the country you had to flee to so dudes could stop trying to talk to you, but I think you're the problem, buddy. Two different sides of the coin? You could say that, sure. I feel like you're pulling a Jaden Smith right now. Like you wanted to talk about what, the economic state of the world, or just strictly League of Legends comms with a guy that just started playing the game?
Don't like to show up.
Like, did you expect esports comms? What did you expect? By the way, at least we don't got rats the size of small dogs. Okay. You cooked with that one, Chimp. So I don't know if you guys are catching the theme here, but this guy really doesn't like New York City. Or anyone from New York City. Now, why would he play knowing that someone from New York City and is also a fucking noob is essentially the complete opposite of the kind of person he wants to play with? I don't know. All right, because it seems like he wants esports level comms or nothing at all, and he also hates people from New York City. So playing with a noob from New York City seems like the opposite of what you want to be around. I don't know, bro. Again, I'm streaming. Again, my fault for not muting when I'm streaming. I'll give you that. Because, but you could say something, man. Like, that's just what I'm saying. You called it victim, whatever the fuck you're calling it. Something about being a victim, but, you didn't say anything about it. You just kind of got irritated and fucked the vibe, buddy. No matter how you slice it, At least I can admit I was wrong for not muting when it came to just trying to like talk to chat. That's my bad, because there are gonna be moments where I'm like, dude, I don't fucking get what's going on. And yeah, that's shit I should say to just my chat. Okay, you got that. Even though you didn't bring that up, I'm bringing it up for you because your argument's shit. I got you. Okay. But other than that, man, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm gonna, as a new player playing a game and trying to win a game, at least, especially when I'm up against like characters, or not characters, but people that are like more your skill level and they're using characters that I don't understand, I'm gonna ask you a question or two, buddy. Especially if you say like, don't worry, I'm gonna, what you said, you're gonna carry or some shit. Yeah, you needed to carry the vibes, bro, because those vibes were shit. All right, so I wanted, did I want you to say what's on your mind? I mean, if you're trying to say that I shouldn't ask you questions in a video game that we're playing together, right? This guy said, you would have just cursed me out. Chimp, you're weird, chimp. You would have just cursed me out because I asked you to talk about your day. You should have just said you don't want to be in the comms, bro. You're just real. That's not real. That's weird, bro. You would have just cursed me out if I asked you to say anything. You can't, bro. You cannot be real, man. Genuinely. Where were you grown, bro? These fucking out of city parts of New York got some fucked up water.
So for those that aren't quite keeping up with what this guy's saying, trust me, I understand, okay? This guy's fucking delusional, alright? This is like extreme levels of delusion. Chimp just went full circle in his own topic. He said not to talk to him about questions about the game. But then he just said that if I said anything that wasn't about the game, as in just tried to talk to him regularly, he would have cursed me out. How the fuck did we get here? How did we get here? This guy's clearly fucking insane. And for all of you, because I know some people are going to say this shit. For all of you that are trying to say, oh, you shouldn't talk about places outside of New York City not having good water. Or you shouldn't say that he's grown in a fucking lab. That's mean. All right, whatever. Who gives a fuck? He talked about New York City having rats the size of dogs. And they're not that big. Unless you're saying a chihuahua. Then, of course, they're going to be the size of a dog. But he's talking about New Yorkers all being the same. He's talking about New York rats being the size of dogs. He's talking about how he hated living here and he's glad that he left, right? And then he's talking about cursing me out just for talking to him like a regular human being. Like, this guy is fucking insane. At this point, when do we start considering some serious mental health assistance? You got some shit wrong with you, dude. Genuinely. You would curse me out just because I asked you to say anything other than fucking League of Legends comms? What the fuck are you talking about, bro? What fucking lab did they grow you in, man? I don't take a hint. What hint should I take? You going mute? At the end of the day, I'm streaming, bro. If I wasn't streaming, yeah, I would have just stayed quiet like about it. But I'm trying to say something to the fucking stream in a game that I don't know what's going on. You know? This guy's here again. Oh, he actually didn't get moved. That's a two-man fucking rotation, though. I think it's so hilarious that you just outright said you would fucking curse me out if I asked you to say anything that didn't involve League of Legends. That makes no sense, bro. So wait. Actually, that makes, you know what makes even less sense? Like, we went from 0 cents to -10 right now. So if I talk about the game, you're upset. If I ask you about anything that's not about the game, you're upset. And then you wonder why I'm saying you're not a real human being, dude. Nice homeless rate, one of the highest in the world. Are we having a debate about League of Legends or about random fucking stats you could pull up about New York City? I feel like you got kicked out of New York City and now you're bitter about it. I'm sorry you're not welcome, buddy. Sorry we don't like fucking lab-grown insects. You're acting like your shit don't stink. Bro, I'm the only one that has admitted they done anything wrong. You haven't admitted to anything.
But the fact that we got into a game together and you immediately tried to shut down any kind of conversation, and now that I tell you, you fucked up the vibes, you're talking about New York City as if anyone cares that you're not in it. No one gives a fuck that you're not in New York City, bro. Stop talking about us then. With your weird fucking vibe, dude. It's called being assertive. Chimp, come on. What part of sitting there quietly in your own fucking feelings is being assertive? That's not assertive, bro. Being assertive is doing what I just told you to do. Telling someone off rip, hey, I understand that you're new, but I would personally appreciate it if you didn't ask me to teach you shit. I'm just here to vibe. Which again, how the fuck are you vibing with someone if you're not talking about anything? You told me not to talk about anything. It doesn't make any sense, bro. Maybe if you was in New York, you'd have some kind of fucking social skills and we'd be able to talk about something other than League. But man, you don't got shit going for you, buddy. You don't got shit going for you. You got kicked out of New York City and you keep talking about how we're shit for whatever reason. And then you fucked up the vibe when you fucked up the vibe. That's the fucking first and foremost, bro. TLDR, you can't expect someone that is new in League to not ask questions. Exactly, Jaku. But no, he's being assertive when he just sits in the Discord call quietly. The Discord that he asked me to be a part of, bro. He asked me to play with him, bro. You moved, who gets kicked out? Yeah, whatever, buddy. LOL, I got a life. I work out, and I have hobbies and friends. Yeah, but you're still a fucking weirdo on League, dude.
All right, so I hope that last little bit kind of just like sums up the entire thing. No matter what this guy says about my city, no matter what this guy says about me, no matter what this guy says in general about himself or anything, whatever fucking bullshit he can just think of, he's still a loser, okay? And I hate to be the one that tells him this, but he's a loser. He's a socially awkward guy. The proof was in the stream. And then he tried to say that he wasn't a socially awkward guy, that it was my fault or whatever. Who cares, bro? Who cares? We're moving on. All right. I have to say to you guys, I know that not all League players are like this. In fact, during that stream, a couple of my buddies that they play a shit ton of League, they had entered the chat and they were telling him he's a weirdo, you know, and they were telling me not to worry about like other people, which trust me, when it comes to video games, this was not the most toxic experience I've ever had, okay? I played Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Reach, Black Ops 2 for COD, Modern Warfare 3. I played Gears of War 3. Like, I was in the shit-talking golden age, all right? The era of harassment on Xbox 360 was unseen, or unreplicated, I should say. Okay, trust me, everything that happened with this guy is like marshmallows to a brick wall, right? Okay guys, so that's gonna be the end of the video there. I really do hope you enjoyed it. I really do hope you guys hit the subscribe button and check out the other content that I have up. If you're into League, I have some League videos. If you're into other stuff, guess what? I am a variety streamer. So make sure you guys not only just subscribe and hit the bell and check out other videos that I have, but catch me live. Okay, link is gonna be down below for everything. All right, thank you so much. Take care.